16 students have joined. So we are studying CNC. We are seeing CNC principles. We are seeing CNC hardware. Last time I showed you one video also showing the capabilities of the CNC machine. That is how CNC machine can be used for doing operations like turning, milling, drilling, gear cutting. So how it can replace 4 5 machines, conventional machine, which will result in saving of the space. Then it will reduce the work in process inventory. It will also reduce your number of operators. Like suppose 5 machines, instead of 5 machines, if using only one CNC, uh, 5 operators की जगह you have now only one operator. So again, I want to show you one more video showing the capability of uh, CNC. 17 students. The screen is visible, no? Hello?
Yes, sir, visible.
Yeah. So it was a trophy, and it is not possible to manufacture such a complex shape without CNC. Okay, close this, and we'll continue with our CNC tooling. So as I told, this is very important specification from examination point of view. And remember this TNMG 220408. Either it can be asked for the 5 marks or it can be asked for the 10 marks. So if it is asked for the 10 marks, then obviously it is expected that you must write, all the details. Now here there are two questions. I'll just see. This is for the insert and this is for the holder. Now by now you know that there is a holder and there is a insert. So this is a holder and this is a insert. You know what is holder and what is insert. So what I am trying to tell you that if it is 10 marks, then you need to write all these details. If it is 5 marks, then you did not write, all these details, but you must say that T and MG. So T stands for triangular. That is sufficient. N is insert clearance angle, and if it is N, then it is 0 degree. If it is here, if it is B, then it is 5 degree. And this is the tolerance on the thickness of the insert. So suppose if the thickness, like here, thickness is given insert thickness. So 0.4, uh, and this is a nose radius. So 0.4 means the thickness of the insert is 4 mm. So the tolerance on this thickness is if it is M, then it is 2 micron, plus minus 2 micron. If it is U, then it is plus minus 5 micron. And if it is Z, then if it is G, then if it is G, if it is G, then it will be 1 micron. Remember. Now, why I am trying to tell you this, why this is important, because there is something called as the qualified inserts and non-qualified inserts. So qualified inserts, they are manufactured strictly with the closer tolerances. And what happens in qualified inserts? See, as I have briefed you about the tool offset and workpiece offset. Like suppose after some time, of machining, your insert becomes blunt, and then you need to change the insert. You have to send that insert for the grinding, regrinding, and you need to either change the insert or you need to index the insert. You need to index the insert. So in such case, if you index the insert or if you change the insert or if you replace the insert, then you are not supposed to take the tool offset again. I hope you remember what is tool offset. Tool offset is nothing but you are specifying the distance between your machine zero point and your tool point. So should understand where is the tool cutting point is. You have to define that tool cutting point, where the tool cutting point is with respect to machine zero point, with respect to machine home position. That is what is called as the tool offset. So now Imagine, suppose if the inserts are not manufactured precisely. Like suppose one insert, uska thickness is 4 mm. Another insert, uska thickness is say 4.5. So that means what is going to happen that your offset or your cutting point, the location of the cutting point is going to change, isn't it? By 0.5 mm. So if it is not qualified like this, that is instead of 4, if it is 4.5, then you need to take the tool offset again. So that comes under setting time. That means you are, reducing the machine efficiency. If it is qualified, then what will be the sizes of the inserts? If it is 4 mm and if it is tolerance is say G, then it will be 4.001 or it will be 3.999. Imagine now 4.001. So that doesn't make difference, that doesn't make difference. So you can say that tool offset is almost same. So there is no need of taking tool offset if it is a qualified inserts. Then G stands for the insert type, that is if it is A, then it has a hole. If it is G, then it has a clamp on with chip breaker, and if it is M, then hole and some special features are there. Then insert cutting edge length. Now 22 means the cutting edge length is 22 millimeter. 04 means the thickness is 4 mm, and 08 no insert is sharp. If it is sharp, then it is highly stress point, and moment to touch that sharp insert to the workpiece, that sharpness will go, the insert will break. So you have to always give the radius, and that is what is called the nose radius. So you understand how much is the nose radius. So if it is 0.8, you have to divide this by 10 to get the nose radius. So 0.8 means it indicates the nose radius is 0.8 millimeter. The nose radius is as low as 0.4 and it is as high as 1.8. So obviously 1.8 millimeter, that is almost 2 mm nose radius, is used for roughing operation, whereas zero point 0.4 nose radius is used for finishing operation. Hmm. There are different insert shapes like triangular, square, round, diamond. Again, in diamond you have, diamond means there will be 4 cutting edges from the top and 4 cutting edges from the bottom. So altogether 8 cutting edges. So in diamond you have C shape, that is 80 degree. You have D shape, that is 55 degree, and again you have B shape, that is 35 degree. So the 35 degree will be obviously weaker than 80 degree. 80 degree means almost it is a square insert, and this 35 degree it will be very narrow. It will be very narrow, narrow insert, and this will be definitely weak. This insert will be weak. Now you are fixing this insert to the holder. So the holders are also standard. The purpose of this is nomenclature. This is also called as the coding or ISO nomenclature. The purpose of this that you can order very easily. Hmm. Then for bar coding, this nomenclature is important. Hmm. Because you cannot go on writing that I want to insert which is triangular in shape, this front clearance angle should be 0 degree, then tolerance on the thickness should be plus minus 0.001. So you never order, descriptive manner. Hmm. So in just one line, so it is going to save your 15 lines. In just one line, you can, write what you want. And similarly, you have holder in which these inserts are fixed. Again, you have meaning for each and every layer. So insert, you have 4 and 3, that is 7 spaces or 7 characters, whereas in case of folder it is 9. So 2 more. Hmm. So why two more? Because here the holder specification begins with this. So again here P means hole clamping. That is insert which you are going to fix on the holder is going to be clamped uh, through the hole. So obviously with the help of a screw. Hmm. Then you have C top clamping. Then the second letter is insert shape. Now here you have to be careful. Like you have order insert PNMG and your holder is PCLNR. So definitely this insert will not fit here because the shape of this insert is triangular, whereas this holder can take which shape? C shape, that is diamond, 80 degree. So which insert you have to order? Obviously starting with C if you want to use this holder, or if you want to use this insert in this, then here it should be T. So it should be either PTLNR or this insert should be CNMG. If you want to use this holder, then the insert should be CNMG. If you want to use this insert, that is TNMG, then your holder should be PTLNR. The common mistake the freshers, fresh engineers were placed in purchase department they do. Hmm. Then third is holder style. Hmm. That is this angle is given so that your tool doesn't rub. Huh? That is these two angles. Your tool doesn't rub with the workpiece. So only the point, that is only the cutting edge should touch the workpiece. Rest of the angles are given so that the chips can be guided and there is no rubbing against the workpiece. Then R is your hand of the tool, that is if it is R right hand, that means you are cutting from tailstock side to headstock. L means left hand, that is you are cutting from headstock, your tool is traveling from headstock to the tailstock. And N is neutral, that is either you can go tailstock to headstock or headstock to tailstock. Then if it is square holder, if it is a square holder, then you need to specify the height and width. Remember always it can be for square as it can be for rectangular also, not necessarily for the square only. In case of square, the height and width will be same. Remember the first one is always height and the second one is always width. But generally the holders are square in cross section. So even if you do any mistake, no problem. But if it is a rectangular, then you have to be very careful because first will be height and height or thickness, and the second will correspond to width. So here while ordering, you should be very careful. So this is something similar to your grinding wheel specification, which we saw uh, while we studied abrasive. Then this is the length of the tool holder. Length of the tool holder, how much long it is. Now look here, if it is H, that means it is 100. The length of the tool holder is you have right up to 500. No? So almost 4 inches less to the 2 feet. So such a long tool holders are also available. Hmm. The shorter one, that is the smaller tool length, is 100 mm, that is 4 inch only. Then cutting edge length, that is 9. Again now this cutting edge and this cutting edge should match, should be same. That is, suppose if your order insert having cutting edge length 22, so this will not fit into this holder because this can accommodate insert only having length 9 mm. This particular holder can accommodate insert having length 9 mm, whereas by mistake you order cutting edge length 22, so it is not. So if you want to accommodate this over here, this should be 22 or this should be 9. That way it is. So if it is for the 10 marks, then this everything is expected on this. If it is for the 5 marks, then only this and meaning of each and every letter. I hope it is clear. So modular tooling means like you are making, like your modular kitchen. So you are making tools in parts, in parts. That is what is called as the modular tooling. So you can dismantle and you can store it properly. That is the use of modular tooling. This is what is your tool holder is modular tool holding, and this is what is your insert is. In case of milling, this is your tool holder and this spindle. This goes into the spindle, and your tool goes inside this. Look at this cross section carefully. So if you have observed it properly, this is what is the spindle. It is also called as the adapter. This goes inside your machine spindle head. This and this taper and the spindle taper matches so that this runs concentric to the machine spindle, and the accuracy of the machine is determined by this concentricity. So it should be pakka 00. So if it is running true or concentric, then only your cutting tool will rotate true. Otherwise, it will rotate elliptically wrong way, and you will not get the desired accuracy. So in the taper, you have something called as a collet. I'll show you that how the collet looks like, and in that collet, you are holding a tool. Now here it is slot drill. The purpose of slot drill is to cut the slot. This knob is fitted on the top. Now in CNC, you must have seen the tool changing is automatically. So the tool changing arm comes and it grips this knob. The purpose of knob is to provide a gripping surface for the tool change arm. Now this is again a device, that is a tool presetting device. By now you have understood the importance of CNC machining, hmm, and you have to save the time, and particularly the setting time. Your spindle should run like in 8 hours. Normally the thumb rule is your spindle should run for 75% of the time. That is, out of 8 hours, spindle must run for 6 hours. Then only you will earn the profit. So 2 hours is for your lunch time, for tea break, for refreshment, and for setting. 2 hours. People try to reduce that 2 hours to zero, like lunch break. So they have a floating operator. See, remember the word floating operator. He keeps on floating. That is, he acts as a reliever. Like, ठीक है, now you go for the lunch. I will take care of the machine. So that your machine is not stopped. Here we are fighting on CNC machine. We are fighting for every minute, in every second. When we are talking about mass production, but its market is very competitive. Market is very scary. You know, if you are not reducing the price, there is somebody sitting, next door, who is ready to, give at lower price. As an engineer, when you come out of the engineering college, every day you have to see what your competitor is doing. You must give some time, 5 minutes bolo or 10 minutes bolo. Hmm, who is my competitor and what is he doing? That's a very good tool for development. मेरा competitor क्या कर रहा है and how do I supersede my competitor? So tool presetting is a device, as I said earlier, that there is something called as the tool offset. That is, your machine must understand where the tool tip is with respect to the point. So one way is that you do that tool offset setting on the machine, but then your machine remains idle that time because you are doing setting. Other way is you do this tool setting offline on a device which is called as the tool presetter. Device is called the tool presetter. So it's a device in which you fix up the tool, you mount the tool, and you take the tool height data and you take the tool diameter data. Tool diameter data means it's not necessary that tool diameter will be exactly 20.00. For example, if it is ground, it can become 19.86. So that you have to measure. That you don't measure on the machine. So you measure it offline. Now once you have this tool diameter and length data, then you have to key this data inside the tool offset page. Now this keying in can be done in the background. In the background means now all CNC machines they have background editing facility. Background editing facility means what? While your machining is going on, you can do editing. But definitely you cannot do editing or you cannot do the changes in the program which is being executed. Otherwise there will be havoc. You can do editing or you can do the changes anything else than what is being executed. जो execute हो रहा है उसमें आप changes नहीं कर सकते. Whatever is not being executed there you have liberty to make the changes. And this is what is called the background editing. So what you do, you set your tool diameter and tool length offline, and then you have a SOP, that is standard operating procedure. उसमें सब लिखा रहता है, tool number 1, tool number 2, tool number 3, उसका diameter कितना, उसका length कितना, everything. It's like a jalam kundali. Huh? So the setter or the engineer, he puts that data in the CNC machine. That is through the computer. It is through the control which you see. And this is done while you don't have to stop the machine. While your machining is going on, you can do this. Then tool changing. Now you can do the tool changing manual or you can go for the automatic tool changer. Now when you go for manual tool changing and when you go for automatic tool changer, obviously when the tool changing time is very short. Like suppose the component है उसके ऊपर 20 टूल लग रहे हैं। तो पहला टूल आया सेंटर ड्रिल किया, देन सेकंड टूल डायमीटर 5 का ड्रिल, देन डायमीटर 10 का ड्रिल, देन डायमीटर 20 ड्रिल, देन डायमीटर 30 ड्रिल, then you have boring bar, then rough boring bar, semi finish bar, finish boring bar. So in such cases the tool changes very fast, you know. So that time you cannot, go on, changing the tools manually. So in that case you have to go for automatic tool changer, ATC, which is called as ATC, whenever the requirement of tool. And this time, and whenever you are using, a number of tools, then you must go for the device that is called the automatic tool changer. As I said previously, automatic tool changer, it has, tool magazine, and in the tool magazine you can fix up 40 tools, 60 tools, and as high as 180 tools. Of course 180 tool is too high, but generally most of the CNC machine they have 40 tool magazines, means you can fix up 40 tools, and that is just nice, that is just sufficient. Because I have not come across a job which requires more than 20 tools. 20 टूल में सब काम हो जाता है 20 टूल्स में। सो 40 टूल्स में आपका दो जॉब आराम से हो जाता है। एंड while if you want to do the tool setup for the third job, then definitely you can do it, while the machining is going on. आप tool magazine में tools you can change, so you can set up the tools for the next job which is required. So offline, while the machining is going on, you can do. So you are saving on the tool changes, because 180 tool magazine will be very expensive. Instead of that, you go for 40 tool, which is just sufficient. So this is one device. And when to go for manual, when not to go for automatic tool changer. Like you have, you know, applications like tool and die making, tool and mold making. उसमें क्या रहता है, once you mount the tool, then the machining goes for 1 hour, 2 hours, sometimes 8 hours also. Finish machining 8 hours. So that time there is no tool change for 8 hours. So in that case, the tool magazine is of no use. So why to invest? Because the tool magazine will minimum it will cost you 2 lakhs minimum. 20 tool का लेने को जाएंगे तो it will cost you 2 lakh minimum. So why to spend? Because my requirement is not there. So in that case, you go for manual tool changing. Manual changing means you have to just press the button, hold your current tool in hand, of course with the close. Okay, press the button, so it will release that clamp which was holding that knob which I showed you. Then tool will be released. You have to hold the tool, then push it down. Okay, then keep it properly in the trolley, and then by you have to insert the new tool which you have kept ready, and again press the knob. Okay, so the clamp, either hydraulic or pneumatic, it will clamp that knob. That's all. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes. This tool manual tool changing, it will take maximum 2 minutes. But when you are talking about mass production, when you are batting for seconds, that time this 2 minutes is a huge time, huge time. Because say if there are 20 tools to be changed in a job, so 2 minutes, consider 1 minute per tool change. So 20 minutes you cannot afford. 20 minutes tool change per workpiece. You definitely cannot afford. Hmm. You may have tool change time more than your machining time. So in this case, you have to go for your automatic tool changing device, which will pay you back. So depending upon application, you have to select. Like हम लोग गाड़ी लेते हैं, so सोच के लेते हैं क्या है, what will be the purpose, AC लेना है नहीं लेना है. So that is what is called an automatic tool changer. And remember, ATC is a standard short form. So many times in the question paper they simply say ATC. So it is automatic tool changer, or APC. It is automatic pallet changer. So full form may, need not be given. It is understood. These are the some turrets for the legs, and we have octagonal turret in our college. It can be either horizontal like the normal turret length, or It can be mounted like this vertically. Hmm. And remember this 6 station or 8 station or 12 station tool turret means you can mount 12, 12 tools. And then it is index and the hmm, desired tool change is achieved. Now remember this tool change is always very important that it is always bidirectional indexing means this can rotate either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Like say this is your tool number 1 and this is your tool number 8 here. Hmm. And if you have only this, that is, imagine now this can rotate only in clockwise direction, unidirectional indexing. And currently tool number 1 is in operation, and now suppose if you want number 8, then in it, it starts rotating in clockwise direction like that, like this, till this tool number 8 or 12 comes here. So that will take time, isn't it? That will take time, and we are talking about seconds. So that's why in this case you have bidirectional indexing. So bidirectional indexing में क्या होगा now tool number 1 is in operation and you want this tool number 12 which is here. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 12. So instead of rotating in clockwise direction, it will rotate in counterclockwise direction. Okay. So indexing time is the time required for rotating this turret through how many degree? 360 divided by 12. So that is 30 degree. Whereas in earlier case, in unidirectional, it will rotate through 330 degree, 330 degree in order to get this tool number. In first case, if it is unidirectional indexing, if I want this tool to come here, then my turret has to rotate through 330 degree. Whereas if it is a bidirectional indexing, and if I want this tool to come here, then it will rotate just to 30 degree. So obviously, 30-degree rotation will take lesser time, and this is how you save your tool change time. You see, every second is important when you are talking about mass production. You're talking about mass production. Engineers are rewarded if they save even in 1 minute per job. So tool magazines, it can be 12 to 200, and most common is 40. 40 we call it the pockets. And tool magazine can be circular or it can be chain and box type. So this is what is your tool magazine. Please just have a look on this. So now if it is 80 and 120, so just now I give an example of 12 tools, isn't it? So 30 degree. Now if it is 120 tools, then in this case the selection of bidirectional indexing is very wise decision. Similarly, you have circular magazine. This circular magazine generally it has mm, holding capacity of 30 tools. This particular mechanism is called as the Geneva mechanism. This Geneva, that is Switzerland, uh, that is used for indexing the tools. Box magazine has larger tool storage capacities. With the help of this bidirectional indexing, your tool change time can be as low as 2 to 10 seconds. See, this is the beauty of bidirectional indexing. Now, this 10 seconds also because your pot size, that is your magazine size, is 40 or 60. So, if it is 40 tools or 60 tools magazine, so in that case, the because suppose if you are see two, if it is a 40 tool magazine, okay, and you are using tool number 1 and now you want tool number 20, so tool number 20 is equal whether you rotate clockwise or counterclockwise, so it's going to have same time. So that maximum time should be 10 seconds, not more than 10 seconds. These are the different motions required for the tool change. So see, tool change is made up of different motions, different motions. And you just give only M06 for tool change. But that M06 is made up of different codes, like arm comes, then tool is released, then arm grips the tool, then it rotates, then it fixes. So all these are called the therblic. Therblic means what? We are doing now micro motion study. You know. So all this tool change sequence is divided into small motions. Why this is changing here? Okay, from this to this. This is your spindle and this is your magazine. So in this case now suppose if the power goes here at this point, power goes, and this has happened and it regularly happens. So that time what happens, it remains at this position and then engineer doesn't know what to do. इसको अभी कैसा rotate करके घुमाओ. Hmm. Because when the machine starts, it doesn't have artificial intelligence. Now when the machine starts, then it goes back to its original position. But earlier, uh, engineers in my time, we used to use the different codes. We have to identify what is the current position and what will be the next position, and then accordingly use the code uh, to invoke the next sequence. Then अभी इसके बाद का sequence क्या रहेगा? So what is the code for that? So that code we used to use and then run the machine. But now, if the machine is stopped, any emergency, and moment to switch on, it automatically identifies the current position and it executes the next sequence. That's the intelligence or that's the adaptive control in the present machines. Then, in order to improve the productivity, you have work holding devices, and that is nothing but automatic pallet changer. So, automatic pallet changer may, like suppose you have one workpiece being machined, so at the same time you can fix up your next workpiece, you keep it ready on another table. That is called as the automatic. That is called as the pallet. And then once the machining is done, the subsequent pallet goes inside the machine working area and the workpiece which is machine comes out. And these you are familiar that what are the different holding methods. and as far as possible it should be automatic. Hmm. So you have automatic jaw and chuck, you have indexing chuck, you have pneumatic. Nobody does the workpiece changing manually. Everybody does this automatically, either pneumatic, foot operated. In our case, in our college, we have CNC machine in which the chuck opens and closes pneumatically, and it is foot operated. अभी जो अपना sanitizer का machine कैसा use करते हैं, foot operated like that. So your both the hands are free to lift the workpiece. You have indexing chucks, you have expanding mandrels and collets. This is what is your collet looks like. And remember, collets can be round, it can be square, it can be hexagon. So it need not hold only round. It can hold any shape. Only the constraint on the collet is that it bar should be in the bright condition because the collets are ground. If the bar is not in bright condition, then it will not hold it properly. And mandrels as well as collets, it can take the range of 1 mm. That is, suppose if it is a 20 collet, then it can hold the workpiece or even tool also with a range of 19 to 20. 1 mm का range रहेगा. Then you have magnetic chucks, pneumatic chucks, you have automatic jaw, and the jaws can be changed automatically. Then there is something called as the soft jaws, which are used on the component which is machined already. If you use hard jaw, in this case, there will be marking on the workpiece. So this is the mold plate which is mounted on the machine, showing the use of four jaw chuck. One, two, three, and four. So four jaw chucks are used for the components which are not round. Hmm. Machining center is nothing but a CNC milling machine having tool magazine. These are the modular fixtures which are generally used on the CNC machine. Automatic vices means you don't have to operate the vice manually. It can be programmed. uh, that is automatic opening of the vice and automatic closing of the vice. And this is how you can improve the productivity of the CNC machine. Companies are like describe how the productivity can be improved on the CNC machine. So you can specify by changing by using automatic tool changer, by using automatic pallet changer, by using presetting devices. The productivity can be or dedicated fixturing. Productivity can be improved. If you have any doubt, you please ask. Otherwise, you can log out. Thank you.